Alrighty then, welcome to Migmatisgolf, channel dedicated to everything a bit outside the box. If you're like me and you took up golf later in life, went for some lessons, read all the magazines, all that, and you've kind of plateaued, never really gotten any better, I firmly believe it's because conventional golf instruction doesn't really venture too far outside the norms. Humans are all different. I believe that there's always a little spark to be found somewhere for all of us. Point of the channel. Right, so first things first, I'm trying a new microphone. As you can see, it turns out my Bluetooth microphone I was using, I don't know, it's lasted me a couple of years, but something's wrong with it and I get this clicking sound in it, so I've upgraded to the fancy, what is this, Ceremonic? Pretty good reviews for it, so the whole package is about $300 for 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. So if you're needing to film and do audio on the move, like for golf videos, it's a good little package to get. I got mine on Amazon. Right, so topic of today's video is the flinch. I know the flinch sounds funny, but we're going to get into it. Alright, welcome back. So, what is the flinch? You probably remember, and if you don't remember, it's because you're not a subscriber, so please subscribe. But if you watch the channel, you remember I did a video. Uh-oh, I see a red light on my receiver. Battery's getting dead, I better hurry up. I did a video about how not to be ball bound. And most amateurs, when they start playing golf, they get obsessed with the ball, getting the club back to the ball in this axe chopping kind of fashion, over the top, steep, no power, all that stuff. And it's because we're obsessed with the ball, and almost the most efficient way of getting the club head back to the ball is not conducive to good golf. You have to do something which is more akin to swinging the club as if you were going to throw this club out into the distance. So difference between what the brain sees as the optimum, getting the club on the ball, and the optimum for golf, which is just swinging the club, are two completely different things. So I got a lot of comments on that video. Thank you very much everybody for watching it. Mostly good, a few bad. And I did a follow-up video about the one chap who thought that all you needed to do was just look at the ball and not see anything else. So I experimented, because I'm open to ideas, and there was something to it. The gentleman was onto something. It really helped me keep my head still. So anyway, the worst comment I got, well, not the worst comment, that's unfair. The most criticism I got for that video was another gentleman who said the reason our practice swings look nothing like our real swings is because the flinch reflex, or your body knows it's going to impact something solid and there's going to be vibration coming up the shaft, and so it anticipates that and it does weird things anticipating that impact. So in the video about not being ball bound, I essentially got some of these foam balls. This one's yellow, you can see it's got a little bit of green paint on it still, and I painted them green, as close to match as possible to my mat, so that the brain wouldn't really be that focused on something with such high contrast with the mat. And I had a lot of success with that. So if you're swinging as if there's nothing there, there's less tendency to try and hit at the ball. So that worked. But this gentleman suggested that because we think we're going to hit something solid, have a bit of vibration, then we flinch. So I thought, how do we test this? Well, we hit foam balls. Once you've hit 2 or 3 foam balls in a row, your brain realizes that this, you can't even feel this coming off the club face. And so there's less of a tendency to you anticipate some kind of contact. So I thought to myself, well, let's just hit a whole bunch of foam balls, and once in a while we'll drag a real ball in there and see what happens. Now, if you want to do the full Monty on steroids, you can get foam balls and paint them green. You know, kill two birds with one stone. But anyway, so what I suggest you do is I suggest you hit foam balls, and you'll see it's much easier just to make natural little swings because your body really doesn't feel them getting in the way at all. But I would get a bunch of them. I'd get like 20 of them, and I would paint them all a certain color. I would get 4 or 5 real balls, and I would paint them the identical color. Doesn't matter what it is. I would paint them green to match your mat, but it doesn't matter what you paint them, as long as they're all the same, as long as you almost can't tell which ones are real and which ones are foam. And then when I was ready to hit a ball, I would drag them all in with my foot like this. When you have shoes on and you drag them in just like this with your foot, it's very hard to tell which one is squishy and which one is solid. And then I would set up and I would just swing away. And every once in a while, without you knowing, you'll randomly get a solid one in there. And hopefully you're putting the same swing on it that you were with the foam balls, because the majority of the balls are foam balls and your brain's getting attuned to that. And see how you go on. See if when you actually strike a real one, and you'll only know as you hit it, see what results you get, film it, see what's going on. So that's it. That's my little tip. So I've done this already. The paint has come off of all of my green balls. You can see I have a real green one here, and then a foam one here that still has remnants of green paint on it. I've done this, and as much as I would like to tell this gentleman who criticized my video to take a flying leap, I can't, because there is something to this. Definitely there's some benefit to what he is saying. So maybe it's a combination of all these things. Maybe it's a bit of everything. Maybe it's the visual cues, maybe it's the anticipation of hitting something solid. Maybe it's everything, but this cannot hurt you. In fact, this can only help. So go get yourself some spray paint, try this, and see how you go on. Now, before I forget, there is a channel I watch personally on YouTube. You've heard me talk about it before. It's Be Better Golf, a chap called Brendan DeVore. And when I first released that ball-bound video, Brendan contacted me and told me that he'd been doing a lot of research in this area, and he has put all of the content of his research into a little package on a website. So I am going to put a link in the description to that website where you can go and check out all of Brendan's work on this, because he sent it to me for free. Thanks, Brendan. He's done some real in-depth stuff about this, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating, well, the subject of the difference between our practice swings and our real swings. I find that topic fascinating, and obviously so does Brendan, and he's done a lot of different types of stuff on it, and I don't want to spoil it because I think there's real value in his little package. So go check that out. Channel again is Be Better Golf, but I'll put a link to the website where he's done this research in the description. Right, that's it. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and tell all your friends about the channel, and leave some comments. Let me know if you've tried anything like this before. And I'm just going to hit a few foam balls and a few normal balls for you, and that's it. See you later with another video. Take care.